No one celebrates quite like Tom Allen. How about the Hoosiers getting the full Big Ten Media Days treatments? Picture with the Big Ten Championship trophy, among other exciting things to experience here. And very excited to be joined by three of the Hoosiers: Aaron Casey, Jalen Lucas, Noah Pierre. Welcome, gentlemen. Great to have you with us.
Happy to be here.
Happy to be here.
All right, Noah and Aaron, I'm going to start with you guys because Jalen wasn't here 2 years ago, wasn't on this team 2 years ago, but you had a great year. You had a season to remember. And so now the question, and Noah, I can ask you first, but Aaron, I'm obviously interested in your thoughts too. How do you get back to that? How do you kind of recapture the glory of 2 years ago after it has fallen off here a little bit in the last couple of years?
I mean, just focusing on the little things. Coach Allen always preached to us, focus on the details and focus on what's important and keep the main thing the main thing.
Well, what's the main thing?
The main thing for us is belief. So we've been instilled belief all summer, and they're taking that into camp. And so I believe if we just stick to that mindset and attack every day as hard as we can with the edge, then we can have a successful season.
One of the things that's really interesting in going over your roster, and Jalen, I'll let you address this first, but interested in everyone's take on it, is you have so many new players from the portal. And obviously that's a great thing when you're coming off a year that wasn't as good as you want it to be, right? You get some new players, clearly guys who you believe can help. But I also think it's a challenge in integrating new players too, right? And you guys have a culture that you've established, you have a way of doing things, and now you have all kinds of new faces. You got that group, and you have the freshmen. So what's the challenge there, Jalen? What's kind of like the balancing act when you've got new teammates and getting them up to speed?
I feel like the new teammates that we got from the transfer portal is some of the players that we needed to Indiana. And also to that, I feel like we need to build more of a leadership role and get to know each other. That's basically what Tom Allen been preaching over the past summer workouts, and just getting to know each other and just building that bond with each other will help for this upcoming season.
Noah, what would you add to that?
To piggyback off what he said, just building those relationships. We do a lot of different things to, build the relationships throughout winter workouts, spring and summer. And we actually just did a program. It's actually called The Program with some Navy SEALs, and just going through that shared adversity with the guys really helps build relationships. You're able to lead them through different things like that. And, those guys that we got are great guys. Coach Allen and the rest of the staff did a great job through the selection process and the transfer portal. And like I said, they're great guys, great teammates, and hard workers. I mean, it's easy when they work hard. It's easy when they come in and just put their head down and work. So, yeah.
It's interesting you bring up the military, right? Because the military is maybe one of the ultimate examples of people who are thrown together.
Right.
Didn't necessarily choose one another. They chose what they wanted to do.
Right.
But they didn't necessarily choose the group they're with, and now you've got to figure out a way to work together. So tell me about that experience, the Navy SEALs, and what you learned in terms of team building and working towards a common goal.
Yeah, so it was a lot of team building and leadership skills. So we were given a task and a mission, a goal to complete the mission and work together to figure out what the problem is and how to solve it together. And so we went through different stages of the program, and guys were really able to bond together. I would say the most interesting part was the pool part of it. Like, they had us go into the pool and swim, and not everyone on the team can swim, so guys had to help each other out just to get through it. And so it was really a lot of team bonding and bringing guys together.
Interesting. What else stood out about that experience?
What else stood out about the experience was you're going to always need your teammates to help you no matter what, any tough situation. Also, I can say it was somebody that couldn't swim. Like, it was a time I had to go and jump in the water and go save one of my teammates.
Wow.
So that's what I learned, just always being there for your brother no matter how hard the time is.
One of the things I love that Coach Allen does every year is that each player has to pick a word, right? And there's the one word that they focus on for the year. I think it's great. I think it gives you so much insight into your goals individually, and it gives you insight into your mindset. So I always ask this every time the Indiana players are here. Tell me what your word is and tell me why you chose that word. And start with you, Noah.
Being a 6-year senior, it gets a little hard.
You're running out of words.
Yeah, it gets a little hard to select a word. But my one word this year was dog. And for me, it was just having that mentality to come in every day and work. And, they say a little dog going to bark a lot, but we big dogs over here, so we about that bite too. Just people say that mama mentality. Well, I want to have that dog mentality.
Jalen?
My one word is reliable at all times. I feel like things that I do, like special teams, I got to be reliable on the field at all times. And also, like, just putting work in every day is a key to why I got to be reliable.
Aaron?
Yeah, for me, my one word is edge. And the reason why I picked edge is because I want to attack everything I do with a certain mindset, whether it be practice, workouts, even games. Just going into it with that edge mindset, I believe would really take me over the top.
Why don't you guys tell me a little bit about the defense, the two of you who play defense. Coach Wilt is back. Coach Guerreri added in, though, as well, a co-coordinator situation. What has he brought, and where do you think the defense is in terms of being at the level you need to be at to compete at the highest levels of the league?
Yeah, so Coach G, he's just like a youthful spirit. He brings a lot of energy, and every day in and day out. And so we have him as being a great football mind, great aspect, great addition to our team. I believe that he would do a well job. We also have a lot of new guys in our defense out the portal, and so having those guys come and put in the work, you can really see a change in our defense. A lot of guys on the defensive line as well as in the DB room, the guys that came in and ready to work.
No, I know you want to be a dog on that defense. Describe the rest of that group and the mentality there.
Like I said earlier, those guys just work really hard. Specifically, we got guys like Andre Carter, Kobe Minor. Those guys came in and put their head down and really worked. And we saw it in the spring, early on, trying to learn the defense for those guys was, I guess kind of rough in the beginning. But now where we are now is light years ahead of where we were. I mean, we still got a lot of work to do to get where we want to be for September 2nd. But, yeah, like I said, those guys just work really hard.
Jalen, you had a really good season last year. You were named to some All-American teams as a return man. Tell me how you build on that year, and particularly how you get more involved in some other aspects of the offense, including the run game.
Basically, particularly off my freshman year, I just say I can thank God for that year, and I'm just want to elevate. I just want to elevate and just keep grinding. But I can say my role is going to expand. You're going to see me at slot. You're going to see me at running back. You're going to see me all over the field, and I'm just ready. Like, I'm just fired up about it.
Tell me about the quarterback spot, and particularly about Taven Jackson. I know people are really excited about him transferring in. Mm-hmm. What does he bring to this program and to your offense?
Taven Jackson brings a lot to the table. I can say he's a very leader guy. He's playing a big role in the offense this year, and I can say he's just doing a lot of things different that we didn't seen. And also we got Dexter Williams and we got Brendan Sorsby. I can say the quarterback room is stacked, and they got athletes all over the field this year.
All three of you guys are Southerners.
Yes, sir.
And you're playing in the Midwest. So I want to ask you the best thing about the Midwest, and I want to ask you the worst thing about the Midwest, but you can't say weather, right? Like, it's too easy to say weather. So best thing about the Midwest, worst thing about the Midwest. Aaron, lead us off.
Okay, well, yeah. For me, I've never been on a boat before until I got out to Indiana. So going out on Lake Monroe in Bloomington, just doing that, being able to ride jet skis and things like that has been an awesome part of my time here at IU. I would say that one of the worst things would have to be the weather. I mean,
no, you can't say the weather.
Other than that, I mean, I can't really.
There's nothing bad other than the weather.
Find a bad thing about IU or the Midwest.
All right, Jalen.
One thing I like about the Midwest is a great time to go fishing all the time.
You're a big fisherman.
Yeah, I'm a big fisherman.
What do you fish for?
Probably I do freshwater fishing, so I catch like some little perch. I don't know how to bass fish like that.
Yeah.
But the worst thing about the Midwest, you said the weather, but you can't say the weather. But ain't nothing really too bad about the Midwest. I love it. It's good weather. I like the pretty flowers and stuff like that. But overall, it's great.
No.
The best thing about the Midwest, I would have to say, you guys are very passionate. Well, the Midwest people are very passionate about football. Mm-hmm. I could say that's similar to Southern states. So I love that about being in the Midwest. The worst thing though that I would have to say is I can't get no good seafood out here. I'm from Miami, so
I thought food might come up. Yes.
Yeah, I can't get no good seafood out here, so that's probably the worst thing.
All right, so you fill up when you go home?
Oh, most definitely.
Definitely. Hey, Aaron, I want to ask you about your number. You're wearing number 44. That's a real honor in the Indiana program. It honors George Talifero, who is the first African-American player ever drafted in the NFL, really a legendary player. He was a great player at IU, an amazing man. What does it mean to have been chosen to wear that number?
Yeah, so it really means a lot. Ever since I stepped foot on IU's campus, George Taliaferro I've been hearing his name around, and just seeing, we actually built a statue of him in front of our stadium this past few years. So just seeing him, hearing about his legacy, the type of things he went through here at IU and the things he was able to overcome, is just really a blessing that they saw characteristics in me that was similar to him for me to carry on his legacy and wear the number 44.
Well, congratulations on that. A huge honor. No, I saw you switch numbers as well. Is there a significance to number 0?
Yeah, so I mean, y'all call me No on here, but everybody around the campus and the facilities call me NP, no problems. So when I switched,
wait, say that again.
NP,
no problems.
no
okay,
problems,
no
problems,
NP.
right?
Okay, got it.
0 is just not having any problems, no problems. I wanted to push that mentality on the team and wear the number 0 to remind myself, no problems.
Now, did you come up with that nickname, no problems, for yourself, or did other people?
They just started calling me that, but I embraced it.
Okay.
So, yeah.
All right, that's a good way to go through life, having no problems.
Right. Only solutions.
That's awesome. All right, hey guys, real pleasure to visit with all three of you. Best of luck this year to the Hoosiers, and I know you'll be back in this stadium at least once this season.
Louisville.
Yeah, taking on Louisville, and hopefully you'll be back a second time for the champ game as well. Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Go Hoosiers.
Speaking of Indiana, there is head coach Tom Allen. We'll get some thoughts from him on these three guys and on the season ahead for IU that is coming up as we continue here on Football Media Days presented by Old National Bank.